What's going on? This is Dylan with Dylan Talks Tone. Today we're going to talk about the TCI PRS pickups. Are they really a thing? Is it just a marketing ploy? What's really going on there? You couldn't buy them by themselves. So I bought a whole guitar. And we're going to take the pickups out, at least one of them, look at it. We're going to look at the wiring. We're going to find out what's going on and find out if this is really a gimmick. First of all, though, I want to address a couple of things that have been going on around Dylan Talks Tone and Music and Mascara lately. A lot of people have been asking us why our shooting backgrounds have changed and all that sort of stuff. Well, that's why. The reason we sold our house and sold everything is because for the last 5 years, we have been working towards a situation where Dylan Talks Tone and Music and Mascara could go on the road. And so we have streamlined the business. We are still going to make pickups. We are still building guitars. In fact, we could actually come to you and build a guitar in your front yard if you really wanted. That's the whole idea of what we're doing here. We want to travel more. We want to give you better content. And we have been saving and simplifying and moving things around for the last 5 years to get to the point where we could do this. This is our new home. It is a 2014 Forest River Georgetown XL 3060. We'll give you a quick tour of it here in a few minutes. Maybe at the end of the video as like a bonus thing. How about that? We'll just do it at the end of the video as a bonus thing so we can get into the guitar related content for everybody else. And you don't worry about it. We're not going to waste a bunch of time on this channel with motorhome content and adventure content and all that kind of stuff. That's over on Music and Mascara. But I just wanted to be able to tell y'all what's going on. That's why. Don't worry about a lapse in coverage. Don't worry about a lapse in videos. Don't worry about a lapse in your products being shipped to you. Everything is under control. Now, the last couple of weeks, we fell a little bit behind because this was a very involved process to get this thing and get it set up and get it where we are. However, we are here now. And if you want to keep up more quickly with everything, Patreon is probably going to be the place to do that. We're going to be uploading stuff over there, probably before it actually comes out now, on the video on YouTube. So that's the deal. Here we are, the new Dylan Talks Tone. It could come to a city near you. I don't know. I have no idea. We do not know. It's just, we wanted to do this. Because, come on, man. This is my office today. Like, how cool is this? To have this be my office. Like, on any given day. So, if you've been wondering why I've been shooting in the driveway, it's all been worth it. All right, let's talk about a PRS. All right, now that we got all that out of the way, this is what we really came here for. 2020 Trappist Green PRS Pauls Guitar SE. The reason I bought this, as I mentioned in the intro, is because we don't know anything about these pickups. So first of all, let's just hear this thing. Going through the normal Kemper profile that we always use with the 65 Super Reverb profile. And this is just clean pickups both in humbucker position, just the Pauls guitar. And then on the neck pickup, it's got these coil split. That bridge pickup is definitely, I think, made more for Alright, so it definitely sounds like a PRS. It plays like a PRS. The workmanship is unbelievable like a PRS. Everything about it feels perfect, plays perfect, is amazing. It's exactly what PRSs feel like, even though it's an SE. The only thing I would say that I feel that it's SE-ish about, you know, is the fact that in huge letters on the back of the peg head it says built by Cortec Musical Instruments Limited Indonesia under exclusive license for PRS guitars. So that's a little obvious that it's not a core model. And also the tuners feel real cheap. These could just be normal Clusen replacements though with keystones on them. You could just probably buy those anywhere and then it would be a perfect guitar. What we really came here to figure out though is the tuned capacitance inductance, the TCI pickups. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open this thing up, we're going to look inside, and we're going to see if there's any actual voodoo going on in here or if this is just marketing. Alright, so first things first, we got to figure out what's going on. We're going to take the back control cover off and just see if there's anything fancy in here that could make this TCI thing a actual option. Okay, so what we've got in here is we've got a volume mod, so it's got a treble bleed circuit, it's got a coil split, and that's it. Nothing fancy so far. These are Alpha 500K pots and a switch. Nothing fancy. Those two little mini switches are just coil splits, and it's got a volume mod. So far we got nothing. Regular guitar with a coil split. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and I'm actually gonna take one of these pickups out and we're gonna look at it and see what is going on with the actual pickup. Okay, you know in all my videos where I say don't worry about tying knots around your strings and stuff? This is why. It really slows down the string process. Okay, let's pull one of these pickups out and have a look-see. There is nothing special about these pickups. PTP 4150 SP Paul BNU BK version 10.2019. Nothing special. That is a guitar pickup. Now let's take some measurements from the backside on the pickups and see if they measure anything any kind of special. So when you're going to measure resistance of pickups, you always want to have all the volumes all the way up. That'll get you the closest. You don't want to have it choking anything. That wire and that wire. 8.6, 8.2. And when we split them, 4.3, 4.2. There is absolutely nothing special about anything going on in this guitar. It is a 2 humbucker, 3-way switch with 2 coil splits and a treble bleed. Absolutely nothing at all, which is what I suspected from the beginning. So, why do they call the PRS TCI something special? I believe at this point, after investigating it myself, mind you, I spent $1,000 to figure this out, is, to be fair, I sold it to somebody already, so it's okay. I don't want to have any false pretenses there. I actually found a buyer for it before I actually even bought it. So so what we got going on is we've got tuned capacitance inductance. What that basically means is anytime you pick a custom set of pickups for what you're doing and what for your guitar build, you're doing that. Everybody does that. That's all it is. They're just putting a name on picking a set of pickups for a design of guitar. Nothing more. There's nothing more special to it than that. Now, a guy might say, well, I'm going to design this pickup and this guitar to go together, and that's great. He has just created TCI, tuned capacitance inductance. He has just designed a pickup and a guitar together. Nothing special at all. As far as the actual hardware goes, this is the most basic, most normal setup in any guitar ever. So, what does that mean for you? If you want to buy a PRS, buy a PRS or an SE or whatever, or any guitar you ever want. And if you, but don't think you have to have a TCI PRS versus another PRS, because I will guarantee you that Mr. Smith picked those pickups to go in that non-TCI guitar just as carefully as he did in this guitar. They just put a brand on it. It's like in 2020 having my Jeep over there and putting a fuel injected badge on it, right? Like, ooh, it's fuel injected. Everything's fuel injected. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just putting a brand on the fact that somebody took the time to pick the right stuff for the guitar. We all do that. There you go. That's the cover on this one. I'm going to put a new set of strings on it, and I'm going to send it out to the gentleman who bought it from me. He told me to shout out his band. I never did get the band information. I'm sorry about that. In the next video, I will make sure I do that if you give me this information for this. And we'll do that. There you go. Thanks for hanging out. I know it's a whole new adventure. It's a whole new thing. It's a whole new thing for us. So please be patient with us as we get used to these changes ourselves. And I hope to be able to show you a lot more cool adventures and a lot more cool stuff. I'd like to travel to places. I'd like to see things that we can share with you that are tone related. You know, product tours and maybe some factory tours, maybe some venues. I don't know. I just know that we wanted to create a situation where the possibilities for that sort of thing are endless. And here we are. We've done it. Thanks for hanging out. And we will see you soon on Dylan Talks Tone and on Music and Mascara. musicandmascara.com. Check out our Patreons on both of those things. We'll put the links to everything in the description below. If you want to see more adventure content and more motorhome content, because there's going to be a ton of that, not guitar related, on that other channel, that's where that is. And we're really excited about this. It's really freaking cool, man. Super stoked. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon. Okay, so I'm going to do this kind of tour, the same content for Music and Mascara and for Dylan Talks Tone. This is a bonus portion on the end of a video. It makes the whole video a little long. Sorry. Oh well, whatever. So you may recall that I had a Toyota Tundra and a Toyota 4Runner. We ditched that and got the Volkswagen to simplify down to one car. And we made a mistake with that one because we couldn't tow it, and it was just a weird timing thing that deal worked out. It actually was perfect. No regrets. That car was awesome, and it worked out for us for that short amount of time. But this can be towed behind a motorhome, so that's why we switched to the Jeep. We didn't really tell anybody that when we did it, but that was the intention. So 2018 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon. So we're gonna take a few videos that are gonna be coming up soon. We've got to change the bumper out for a new bumper, and then set the whole thing up to be towed. So right now we're actually driving them separately, which is a little expensive for gas money, because this thing gets about 16 miles to the gallon. And when I brought it back from Florida last week, the motorhome got 7. Now we're pushing like a 30-mile-an-hour headwind, but you know. So the motorhome was a 2014 Forest River Georgetown XL. It's 38 feet long. It's 12 foot 7 inches high, and it's 105 inches wide. It's huge. It drives really good though. It's got 2 slides. So it's got the bedroom slide here. Our bed comes out on that slide right there. And on the driver's side, it's got a slide that has our living room, part of our living room, and our dining room, and our refrigerator. So it's got the Ford Triton V10. It's plenty of power. It does good. It drives great. It feels really nice to drive. It's great. One of the things I really, oh, and then actually, here, let me show you. In all of these storages, all along the side, on this side, is all stuff for Dylan Talks Tone. So there's tools there. That's a water tank, hot water heater. And then in these 2 sections right here is all of our inventory and supplies. So we're still winding pickups, we're still building guitars, we're still doing all of the stuff that we have always done. And it's gonna work out awesome actually, because I can do it anywhere as long as we can plug in, and I have a generator if I don't have power. So obviously we want to have power and water and sewer as much as possible, but we are flexible, which is very cool. Let me show you the inside. So this is the front of the motorhome. Obviously this is where the driving gets done. This is a passenger seat, but while we're not underway, I'm using it as an editing bay. So I haven't totally figured out the desk part yet. I might get like a little folded up desk or something and go right here so I can have it more accessible. But I had to get a video out today, and this is actually working just fine with no problems really. We have a freestanding recliner, which is really cool. And we come in here. This is a king bed. It's the little slide that you saw on the front of the motorhome. And then of course TV and closet and that whole sort of deal. And then through this door is our rear bathroom. So double vanity, toilet, big mirror, walk-in shower, and some more storage. You can tell obviously we are still kind of organizing stuff. So that's it. That is what we have been working on for the last few months, few years, but really diligently this part of it the last few months. Staying with our parents, saving money, doing all the things you got to do to build this part of our life. So hopefully you all will be a part of it. Like I said, make sure you check out the Patreons. We'll put all the links to everything below. And if you want to see some kind of content, something specifically about this, or how we're doing it, or how we're living, or what we're doing, or how we're accomplishing any of this, definitely let us know, and we'll try to make some more content about it. It's going to be pretty exciting. Thanks for hanging out.